Good? We're all good? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Everett High School for tonight's Northeast Conference girls basketball matchup between the Swampscott Big Blue and the Everett Crimson Tide. I'm the voice of the Tide, Josh Delgazo, and I'll be bringing you all of the action here tonight. We're going to send it down to our public address announcer, Chris Miller, to bring you tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Big Blue from Swampscott and your Everett Crimson Tide. For tonight's starting lineups, the visitors, number 5, a freshman, Sophie Grande. Number 24, a sophomore, Ellis Brett. Number 4, a senior, Grace Grande. Number 11, a senior, Katie Watts. Number 15 seed, Nikki Rosen. And now for your Everett Crimson Tide. Coming up forward is junior, Santi Burton. At guard, a junior, number 11, Jackie Emanuel. At forward, a senior, number 32, Piper Baker. And junior forward, number 33, Caroline Carnelli. And the junior guard, number 14, Patty Red. At this time, if you could please rise and move your head away for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Starting lineups and national anthem is in the books. A nice job by our public address announcer, Chris Miller, who is filling in for one Billy O'Leary, who is enjoying himself on a little vacation at the moment. So O'Leary will be out of the booth for a couple weeks, but Miller steps in without a hitch in the step. Nice job. All right, so we're just about underway. It's the Crimson Tide of Everett coming in at 6-6. Facing maybe their toughest challenger yet this season, a Swampscott Big Blue team that is 10-1. So the Crimson Tide have their work cut out for them, but they have been playing their best basketball as of late, and they'll see how that carries them into tonight's action. And an opening tip controlled by the Crimson Tide. Maddie Durez going to try it from 3, in and out. Oh, halfway down, doesn't fall for the junior. And the Big Blue have the rebound. This is number 15, Nicole Rosa, over to number 4, Grace DeGrande. DeGrande for 3. That's too long, but it's going to stay with Swampscott. It was off the hands of Madison Durez. Swampscott ball. Inbounded over to Sophie DeGrande. And her three-point attempt is no good, but the offensive rebound controlled by number 24, Ella Sprague. That's no good. Santi Burton comes down with the rebound, and it's off in the hands of point guard Jackie Emanuel, who zips it over to Burton, but it's no good. Rebound goes to Swampscott, but a traveling violation has been called, so it's going to be Crimson Tide basketball. 7:22 left in this first quarter. We're still looking for the first points. Just a few seconds into this one. Inbound pass over to Piper Baker. She nice drop-off pass to Burton. Burton has it stripped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Crimson Tide. Emanuel to Cardinelli. Knocked out of bounds. Once again, Crimson Tide ball. Cardinelli pump fakes from the baseline, gets it over to Emanuel. Long two-pointer is good. And Emanuel on the board. Crimson Tide on there first. Nice shot by the junior. And Emanuel's going to come up with the steal. Beautiful drop off to fellow junior Madison Duress. Layup no good. Caroline Cardinelli comes up with it. In fact, the Crimson Tide starting five features 4 juniors. That's number 33, Caroline Cardinelli, number 24, Santi Burton, number 14, Madison Duress, and number 11, Jackie Emanuel. The lone senior in the starting five is number 32, Piper Baker. Good ball movement from Swampscott. Working down the shot clock to 10 seconds. Nice defense by the Tide. Shots long, rebound goes to Baker. Baker looking for help. Nicely gets it over to Emanuel. Good defense from the Tide early on. Emanuel has it. Nice drop off down low to Duress, but she's unable to handle it. A little bit behind her. Good idea though. She was able to get the bounce pass through the lane, but Duress unable to hang on. It's going to be Swampscott basketball. Full court pressure featured by the Tide. This is Sophie DeGrande. She's a freshman. Three-point attempt by number 11, Caitlin Watts, is no good. Rebound goes to Emanuel. And she saves it right before it landed in my lap. We're under 6 minutes. Crimson Tide on top, 2-0 behind a long two-pointer by Emanuel. Piper Baker has it. Down low to Duress. Duress unable to fall, but Cardinelli comes up with the offensive rebound and put back. Tide out in front early, 4-0. Now they're able to set into their defense. And defense comes up big. Cardinelli with the steal. Over to Jackie. Calmly slows it down. Emanuel, quick drop off to Cardinelli. Good hands. Off the glass, no good. Derez with the rebound. That's no good. Cardinelli with the offensive putback. That's good. And Cardinelli cleaning up the glass early on. And Crimson Tide on top 6-0, followed by a quick timeout by Swampscott. So the Tide early on hitting the glass, doing it in the offensive end. That's the start head coach Tammy Turner was looking for, as her girls discuss some strategy now in their huddle. We're back after the Swampscott timeout. It'll be Big Blue basketball with 5:18 left in the first quarter. Crimson Tide on top 6-0. Caroline Cardinelli with a quick 4 points for the Tide. Emanuel has the other 2. Nice defense by Baker. Out of bounds, Swampscott basketball. Three-point attempt by DeGrande, no good. Rebound goes to Burton. She's going to get it over to Emanuel. Cardinelli to Duress, and we're going to have a traveling violation called before that pass. Again, the full court pressure. Pretty tough by the Tide early on. Swampscott having a hard time getting through it. Nice drop by Baker to come up with the steal. This is Emmanuel. Oop. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. This is Watts. Defended by Cardinale. Over in the corner, over to number 15, Nicole Rosa, back to Watts. Swampscott quickly moving around the basketball, swinging it from perimeter to perimeter. We're going to have a kickball that's going to reset the shot clock. Drop off down low to Watts. She's going to try to keep it from going out of bounds. She does. And that is going to go out of bounds. Wild pass, a little out of the reach of Caitlin Watts. Out of bounds, Crimson Tide basketball. So a great start for the Crimson Tide. 4 minutes have been played in this first quarter, and Swampscott has yet to score a point. Pass intercepted right there. Emmanuel trying to sneak one back door. Pass in the paint, knocked away by Baker. Great defense early on by Baker and the Crimson Tide. She's had an active hand on quite a few passes. Burton with another rebound. Santi finds Jackie. Jackie's out in space running. Nice pass to Cardinale off the rim, no good. Cardinale with another putback. That's good. 6 points now for Carol Ann. Tide on top, 8-0. Sophie over to Grace. I would imagine they're sisters. Sophie, the freshman, number 5. Grace, the senior, number 4. 3-point attempt by Nicole Rosa is no good. Emmanuel with the rebound. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Derez, Piper Baker for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes over to number 4, Grace DeGrand. Baker defending, and foul is going to be called on number 32, Piper Baker. That's her first personal, second team foul. Caitlin Watts, 3-point attempt from the corner is no good. Rebound, Madison Duress, and a rebounding foul has been called against Swampscott. So it's going to be Crimson Tide basketball on top, 8-0. Cardinale looks down low, unable to be handled, and it ends up in the hands of Watts and Swampscott. Here come the Big Blue. Still looking to get on the board. And 3-point attempt is no good. Out of bounds, and to the Crimson Tide basketball with 2:02 remaining in the first quarter. Checking into the game for the Crimson Tide is number 22, Maya Kernan, and she replaces number 24, Santi Burton. Burton, some great minutes starting off this game, really cleaning up the glass. Well-deserved break. Nice pass over to Cardinale. Cardinale just inside the free throw line, gets it to fall. Cardinale off to a great start. Nice job by Jackie Emmanuel navigating the offense to find her. And the Crimson Tide have a 10 spot, and that's where they are up 10-0 right now. Quick ball movement. Rosa for 3, and the Big Blue are finally on the board. And it comes with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Nicole Rosa for 3. 10-3, Crimson Tide on top. And we're going to have a foul called on the floor. Looks like it's on number 5, Sophie DeGrand. Pass is knocked away. And it's off my table. Nice hustle, Maddie. Right over into our area here. So Crimson Tide working with a 7-point lead with 1:16 left in the first quarter. Jackie Emanuel from downtown, got it. Deep, nice view. And nothing but net for Jackie. That's her 5th point of the evening. Tide need to get back. Swampscott breaking the press down the court quickly. Rebound goes to Maya Kernan, fresh off the bench. And a nice job by the sophomore, coming up with the rebound. Some great emotion from the Crimson Tide. They are ready to play in this one. 13-3 after that Emanuel 3-pointer. And pacing the Crimson Tide offense has been Jackie Emanuel and Carol Ann Cardinale. They've done all the scoring. Interesting call right there on the carrying violation against Jackie. You don't usually see, well, it didn't look like a carry, so maybe that's why you don't see a call like that, because one didn't think it was, one Josh Delgaso, but that's just my take. Swampscott ball, Caitlin Watts for 3. That's no good. Back rim, Emanuel has the rebound, and she's got the offense out and running. Kernan's gonna try it from the corner. That's no good. Long rebound goes to Swampscott. This is Grace DeGrand. She's out and running. Over to Rosa, back over to Watts. Watts thinks about the 3, now she tries it. Downtown, no good. Kernan with another rebound. So it was Santi Burton in the beginning of this quarter getting the rebounds for Crimson Tide. She was replaced by Maya Kernan. Kernan has now gotten all the rebounds. Beautiful pass by Jackie over to Carol Ann. Big time hoop just as this quarter is ready to conclude. Final seconds ticking off the clock and off the backboard and no good. And after 1 quarter of play, can't get much better than that. The Crimson Tide have played 15-3 is the Crimson Tide lead after 1. Stay with us. Second quarter is about to begin, and the Crimson Tide are on top 15-3. And leading the way for the Crimson Tide, Carol Ann Cardinale with 10 points, and Jackie Emanuel joining her with 5 points. That is the Crimson Tide offense right now, and it has worked just well. And Madison Derez off the glass, no good. Rebound, Big Blue. This is Sophie DeGrande. Over to Caitlin Watts. Back over to Sophie. Nice defense by Kernan, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Swampscott basketball. Maddie Derez took a tough collision right there. She's okay. She's a tough customer. That was a tough hit. So Swampscott now cuts it to 10. Derez inside the 3, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds. We're going to have a little collision down on the court. Looks like a couple Swampscott players collided. It's going to be out of bounds, Crimson Tide ball. Nope, Swampscott basketball. My mistake. 7:20 left in the second quarter. 15-5, Crimson Tide on top. Nice ball movement by Swampscott. They really move it well. Tide defense, though, up to the stuff early on. Swampscott's had to go deep into the shot clock. Caitlin Watts, that's a 2-pointer. She gets it to go. Swampscott offense starting to come alive. Crimson Tide defense still playing well. Foul right there. Maddie Derez sinks the first free throw. And 2 for 2 is Derez. Tide extend their lead back up to 10, 17-7. Very good defense by the Crimson Tide. That's a tough shot right there. Kernan, does she come down with the rebound? No, this time it ends up in the hands of Sophie DeGrande. Swampscott had to work hard for that one. Kernan had it, but DeGrande took it away. Watts for three. Watts is starting to come alive now. The shot before that was a long two. This time it is a three. Caitlin Watts starting to get it going for Swampscott. Again, great ball movement. Excellent pass by Jackie over to Carol Ann. And Cardinelli's going to get herself a trip to the line. Excellent dish by Jackie Emanuel, finding her on the fastball right out to the top of the key. Cardinelli will go to the line shooting two. Back rims the first. Makes the second. 18-10 is the Crimson Tide lead. 5:53 and counting left to play in the second quarter. The hot hand is Watts. Another long two-pointer. Caitlin Watts, the second one she's made from out there that's counted for two, but they're falling. Pay attention to her right now. Another great pass in the lane to Duress, unable to get it to go. Rebound goes to Nicole Rosa. Now it's Caitlin Watts. And out of bounds, last touch by Maya Kernan. It's going to be Swampscott basketball. And the three-point attempt is good by Nicole Rosa. That's her second three. All of a sudden, this is a three-point game. Crimson Tide on top, 18-15. But Swampscott with a very big second quarter. And traveling violation has been called against number 1, Veronica Bento. Kernan with the rebound. Ooh, that's a tough one right there. Kernan came down with the rebound, but her left foot stepped on the baseline. So Swampscott's going to get the ball back. Watts again. This time it doesn't go. Emanuel. Ooh, it's going to be tough. Off of Jackie, out of bounds. It's going to stay with Swampscott. So they've had a few possessions here, trailing only by 3. Another chance to either tie it with a 3 or get within 1. Crimson Tide defense has been tough. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And offensive foul. Nice job by Santi Burton. What's up, Sean Lee? Santi Burton with the great defensive play, getting the offensive foul called against Swampscott. Crimson Tide basketball up by 3, 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Emanuel drives, pass intercepted by number 24, Ella Sprague. And this is Sophie DeGrande. DeGrande's going to throw it off the window. No basket, offensive foul. Second straight offensive foul called against Swampscott. Great job by the Crimson Tide defense. Coach Turner has to be proud. Her girls playing some great defense early on. And a timeout has been taken by the Crimson Tide. And we'll take one too. 4:20 left in the second quarter. Crimson Tide on top by 3. Crimson Tide timeout is over. And with a 3-point lead, they have the basketball. And if you're just joining us, it was the Crimson Tide on top 15-3 after 1, but it's been a very strong second quarter by Swampscott. Tide hanging in there though. Bento over to Cardinale, back over to Emmanuel. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Emmanuel. She's gonna try it, fading away. Nice hoop by Jackie. Fading away from the basket, knocks it in, tied up by 5. Good defense by Veronica Bento. Now Cardinale applying the pressure. Great job by Emmanuel. Tied all around. Defense has been the key early on in this one. And it's going to be played off my table, out of bounds. It's going to be Crimson Tide basketball. 3:36 left, second quarter. Cardinale back over to Emmanuel. Elbow jumper, no good off the back rim. Nice job by Jackie getting back in transition D. And the Tide now able to reset in the half court. Nice job. Rosa, she's hit 2 already. That doesn't fall. Bento with the rebound. Pass down low to Burton. Turns around off the window, no good. Rebound goes to number 4, Grace DeGrande. Watts over to Rosa. Rosa's gonna take it for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Ella Sprague. And now it's Grace DeGrande for 3. That's no good. Bento comes down with the rebound, but she's gonna have it stripped from behind, but a foul has been called on number 15, Nicole Rosa. And that is the 8th team foul against Swampscott. So Veronica Bento will go to the line shooting 1-1. Nice job by Bento, sinks the first. Unable to connect on the second. 21-15, Crimson Tide on top. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And we're gonna have a foul called on the floor. It's gonna be called on number 11, Jackie Emmanuel. First free throw is good. That's no good. Rebound goes to Sprague, over to Watts, over to DeGrande. Now the DeGrande sisters have it. That's got to be pretty cool. 2 sisters playing on the same team. It's, good stuff. Shot no good, but a foul has been called. And going to the line is going to be number 5, Sophie DeGrande. Misses the first attempt. Cardinale passes down low to Brianna Hippolyte. That's no good. And out of bounds, Crimson Tide ball. Cardinale's hook shot from the baseline, no good. Hippolyte shot, no good. And outlet pass to Caitlin Watts. She's going to get it back over to Nicole Rosa, over to Sophie DeGrandi. DeGrandi's shot is going to be out of bounds and wasn't touched by any Everett player. It's going to be Crimson Tide basketball. (21-17), Crimson Tide up by 4. 1 minute left to play in the second quarter. We're going to have an offensive foul called against the Crimson Tide. That's called against Santi Burton. And Burton's going to pick up another foul. Going to the line is number 15, Nicole Rosa. And Brianna Hippolyte comes up with the rebound. 0 for 2 goes Rosa. We have about a 12-second difference between shot clock to game clock. Cardinale's going to try it from downtown. No good. Bento comes up with the offensive rebound. Jump ball actually is the call, and it's going to be Swampscott possession. So the shot clock is turned off. 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Crimson Tide up by 4. And, ooh, almost stolen by the Tide. Down low they go to Ella Sprague. Over to Nicole Rosa. Back over to Grace DeGrandi. Rebound goes to Mackenzie Kearney. She's going to try it to end the first half. That's no good. Veronica Bento with the rebound, and that is going to end this first half. And it's the Crimson Tide on top by 4, 21-17. What a tale of two quarters there. Again, the Crimson Tide were on top 15-3 at the end of one, but Swampscott able to turn the tables, so to speak, there in that second quarter, and we have ourselves a 4-point game. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more action still to come there in the second half. All right, we're back, ready to go for the start of the second half. And what a good one we've had here at the big house on the big hill at Everett High School. It's the Crimson Tide on top over the Swampscott Big Blue, 21-17. And we're hoping to see the Crimson Tide do this for 2 more quarters and really come away with a big W here tonight. But again, long way to go, but so far the Crimson Tide have been outstanding. Coach Turner has to really like what she's seen from her girls. They've really done it on both ends of the floor, and it's really been an effort that is seen here on the scoreboard. So let's see if it can continue. Swampscott did have a much better second quarter, but Crimson Tide defense has not relented, and they've been on their game the whole night. So let's see what happens here as we get ready to start the third quarter. Looks like they're just doing a little housekeeping over at the official scorer's book. All right, looks like they're all cleared up, and we're ready to go. Third quarter. Crimson Tide with the ball first, and they're up by 4. Cardinale looking for Derez down low. Over to Burton. Piper Baker's going to try it from downtown off the glass. It's good. Nice shot by Baker. Tied up 24-17. They had a very big first quarter. Let's see if they can jump on them again in this third quarter. And a three-pointer right there, matching threes. 24-20. Crimson Tide on top. Baker again likes the view, and Baker sinks it again. And she does it once again from the same spot on the floor. Piper Baker starting to heat up. And Baker with the big steal. What a monster start to this third quarter for Baker. But the layup unable to go. And Baker's going to get called for the reaching. But what a start for Piper Baker. 6 quick points to start this third quarter, as she and her Crimson Tide are on top 27-20. Long three taken right there by Sophie DeGrande. The freshman dials it up from downtown. And that's back-to-back three-pointers made for Swampscott, as they've matched Everett's three-pointers. So far, both teams red hot out of the gates. 4 threes between the two teams. And we haven't played 2 full minutes yet in this third quarter. It's going to be out of bounds, Crimson Tide ball. Jerez to inbound, overshoots Cardinale, but finds Baker. And stolen from behind by Watts, but Jackie Emanuel's going to get it back, although she's going to lose it right back. Sophie DeGrande has it over to Grace. Grace back over to Sophie. She's going to try it now from the other side of the floor. That's no good. Rebound goes to Jerez. She has it poked away, but a reach-in foul has been called. Tied on top by 4. We're 5:59 left in this third quarter. Nice drop off. Emanuel to Burton. Cardinale thinks about the three, puts it on the deck. Over to Burton. She puts it on the deck. And keeps it alive to Baker to Jerez. Jerez from three-point land. No good. Out of bounds. And it's going to be Swampscott basketball. Out of bounds, Crimson Tide ball. Again, that defense. Emanuel over to Baker. Baker looking back for Emanuel, but unable to get it through. Grace DeGrande goes coast to coast. She's going to earn herself a trip to the line. Piper Baker's going to pick up the personal foul. Blocking foul is called. 5:04 left, third quarter. And no good on both attempts. So the Crimson Tide come away unscathed, as Swampscott had a chance to get 2 big ones back. Nice look to Cardinale. Over to Burton. Burton's going to drive. Good defense by Ella Sprague. And 3-second violation has been called against Everett. Crimson Tide hanging on to a 4-point lead. Rosa for three. No good. Rebound's going to be last touched off of the hands of number 10, Mackenzie Kearney. It's going to be Crimson Tide basketball. Emmanuel drops it off for Derez. Derez floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, Ellis Sprague. And we're going to have a foul called. Deep three. We've seen Sophie make one from that range already, but that doesn't go. And a foul on the rebound called against Swampscott. A lot of fouls called to start this one. We enjoyed a first half with not too many calls, but it seems like the bonus penalty will be here before you know it. Derez for three, no good. Emmanuel with the big rebound. That's good. Nice job by Jackie getting the rebound at the baseline. Turnaround putback is good. And Emmanuel has continued her stellar play. Tied on top, 29-23. Looks like Maddie Derez has picked up the personal. That's the fourth team foul against the Crimson Tide. And we're going to have a timeout taken as well. So timeout Swampscott. And we'll take one too. 29-23, Crimson Tide up by 6. .332 left to play in the third quarter. 29-23, Crimson Tide on top. Leading the way for the Crimson Tide in scoring is Carol-Ann Cardinale with 11 points, all of those which were scored in the first half. And she's followed by Jackie Emmanuel with 9 points. Piper Baker has 2 3-pointers in this third quarter to go along with 6 points. Those are your 3 leading scorers for the Crimson Tide. Derez shot no good. Burton with the rebound. And she traveled. Too many steps taken by Burton's going to give the ball back to the Big Blue. Backdoor pass, nice defense by Burton, able to keep it from going to its destination, out of bounds, Crimson Tide basketball. Nice D by the Tide, that's been the story here. The defense has been tough all night. 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Cardinale's going to try it from downtown. That's no good. She gets her own rebound. And Cardinale's shot's good, just inside the free throw lane. She took the three. She missed it. She gets her own offensive rebound and a big 2 points by Cardinale. That's now 13 on the game. Rebound no good, but the Big Blue come up with it. Nicole Rosa drives, goes to the lane. No basket, offensive foul called against Swampscott. Nice job by Carol-Ann Cardinale. Rosa had made the shot. The Swampscott bench thought they had the and one opportunity, but it's going the other way, and we got a timeout called. Looks like we have a baseball. Wrong sport. The wrong ball coming in. Oh. We're back in play. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Oh, nice crossover by Cardinale. Nice pass to Derez. Beautiful ball movement. Carol-Ann Cardinale with the okey-doke crossover. Down low to Derez. Crimson Tide bench off of that one. Tied back on top by 10. Oh, excellent hustle by Caitlin Watts, but unable to keep it in play for Swampscott. It's going to be Crimson Tide basketball. And timeout taken by Swampscott. With 2:05 left in this third quarter, 33-23, Crimson Tide. We've had some big-time performances here that have helped get the Crimson Tide in this position. And you can look at Caroline Cardinale and the job she's done, Jackie Emanuel. You know, we talked about those two have really spearheaded the efforts here early on, and then just some great ball movement, and then the overall defensive efforts, I mean, have been there all night long. The defense has really controlled the perimeter play. Swampscott's like to move the ball back and forth along the perimeter and use their three-point shooting, and the Tide have done a nice job of eliminating those openings. And they've really done it on the glass. I mean, if you can rebound the basketball, you put yourself in a real good position to win games. And the Tide have controlled the defensive rebounding, and that's why they find themselves on top by 10. So again, 2:05 left after this timeout, third quarter of play. Still a long way to go. Tide are going to have to keep their foot in the gas, but they've done so to this point. It's been a complete effort. Let's see if they can keep it going. So here we go. Timeout's over. We're back in play. Crimson Tide basketball. And that's off the hands of Burton. Ooh. Looked like a nice play by Emanuel to get in there quick, but officials saw otherwise. I saw a good steal, but it's going to be Swampscott basketball. That is the 5th team foul against the Tide. 2 more team fouls, and Everett will be in the bonus. Watts over to DeGrande. That's a pretty nice play right there. They drew up the fade pattern on that one, and she connects backdoor. Tide still on top by 8. Pass knocked away. Now it's in the hands of Nicole Rosa. Good defense by the Tide. Good D by Cardinale, blocking it out of bounds. Going to be Swampscott basketball with 18 seconds left in the shot clock. 1:18 on the game clock. Rosa defended by Burton. Nice D by Burton. Rebound. Baker gets it over to Emanuel. Great job by Piper Baker. Going to the deck, getting it to her point guard. We're under a minute now in this third quarter. Cardinale down low to Derez. Good hands. No good, but Burton comes down with the rebound. It's going to stay with the Tide. 49.7 seconds remain in this third quarter. Baker over to Cardinale, nice pass. Three-second violation called against the Crimson Tide. That was a quick three, and the shooter's bounce doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Cardinale. We have about a 7 seconds difference between game clock to shot clock. Excellent ball movement by the Tide. Derez goes to the floor. Jump ball, it's going to be Swampscott. Actually, it's going to be Swampscott arrow, according to the scoreboard. So possession arrow goes to Swampscott, and they will be able to take the last shot if they so choose. Shot clock turned off, final 22 seconds in this third quarter. 33-25, Crimson Tide. We're going to have a reach-in foul. That's going to be the 6th team foul. One more will put them in the bonus situation. So we have 11.6 seconds left in this third quarter. That's a travel, and that is called. So the Tide now will have 9 seconds to work with and a chance to add to their 8-point lead. Nice take by Jackie, doesn't get it to go. And that's how this third quarter will end, with the Crimson Tide on top by 8, 33-25. This one's been a good one. You want to stay with us for the fourth. Our fourth quarter is just about ready to begin. Crimson Tide will have possession first, and they are on top 33-25. They have led from start to finish of this game. And they're looking for a big fourth quarter to salt away what would be a huge dub for the Tide. And great start right on cue. Carol Ann Cardinale with another 2. That's 15 points for Cardinale. Watts for 3, no good. Out of bounds, Crimson Tide basketball. Derez pump fakes. Nice play by Derez. It was actually good defense, but she stayed with it. Rebound taken away. Cardinale has it. Nice job by Cardinale, not going backcourt. Good drive by Baker. Doesn't get it to fall, but Emmanuel comes up with the rebound. That doesn't go. Rebound still alive. But Swampscott's going to come up with it. Rosa finds Watts. Watts is going to try it from downtown, and she gets it to go. That's a big 3. Tied on top by 7, 35-28. Cardinale doesn't get it to go. Out of bounds, Swampscott basketball. Veronica Bento checking into the game for the Crimson Tide, replacing number 32, Piper Baker. Rosa for 3. That's another big shot. Back-to-back threes from Swampscott to start this 4th quarter, and they're down by 4. Oh, what a take. Doesn't get it to fall. Cardinale comes down with the rebound. Jump ball, Swampscott possession. I think they change on the quarter, but I'm not sure. Backdoor cut, good D, but the shot's good and 1. And right now, Swampscott clicking on all cylinders offensively. Swampscott currently on an 8-0 run. Nicole Rosa has a chance to cut this to 1. Rebound no good. Cardinale comes down with the rebound. Tied on top by 2. 5:45 left in the 4th quarter. Emmanuel doesn't get it to go. Rebound goes to number 3. That is Brooke Stout. And jump ball is called. It's going to be Everett possession. And now we have a timeout taken on the floor. Timeout, Everett. 5:35 remain. We'll take 1, too. And we're back after the timeout. Crimson Tide with the ball, 35-33. 5:35 left, 4th quarter. Bento drives. We're going to have a foul called against Swampscott. It's going to be a reach and foul. We have 17 fouls to 4. That's 7 in favor of Everett, 4 in favor of Swampscott. Nice pass down low to Bento. Great feed from Jackie over to Veronica. Tied back on top by 4. Got to get back defensively. Wide open 3. No good. Rebound. It's Jackie Emmanuel. Nice job by Jackie. Now she's going to settle things down, get into the half-court set. Pass intercepted. She was trying to find Bento again. Cutting to the lane. Watts thinks about the 3. Now she's defended tightly by Cardinale. Three-point attempt is good. Sophie DeGrande with a big 3. And we have a 1-point game. Everett on top, 37-36. Derez for 3. Top of the key, good. Maddie Derez. Big time hoops. What a game we have here at the Big House in the Big Hill. Wild action back and forth between the Big Blue and the Crimson Tide. So we're gonna have a personal foul against Veronica Bento. That's a shooting foul, as Grace DeGrande will head to the line shooting 2. 40-36 is the Crimson Tide lead with 4:19 left in the fourth. Back rims the first attempt. And she gets the kind shooter's bounce on the second. It's a 3-point Crimson Tide lead. Here's Derez. Nice D by Derez. Wow, big hoop right there by Nicole Rosa. Tide still on top by 1, 40-39. Maddie Derez for 3! Maddie Derez lighting it up right now. Tide back up by 4. Got to get back. Nicole Rosa for 3. She's got a 3. Wow! Oh, man. A 3-point barrage from both teams. Oh, what a look down low. Kernan has it. Cardinale thinks about it. Over to Jackie. Jackie's going to try it from downtown. Oh, House is ready to come down with that one. Good D by Maya Kernan. Cardinale comes down with the rebound. Tied with a very big possession here. We're under 3 minutes. Tied up by 1, 43-42. In what has been a fantastic game. Maddie Derez! Wow! Maddie Derez has caught fire as she is taking over this one, much to the delight of the home crowd. Timeout called by Swampscott. Wow. That's all I could say. What a show by Maddie Derez. Oh, man. What a game. What a game this has been. Just both teams just letting it fly. So 2:42 remain in what has been a wild one. Tied up by 4, but don't go anywhere. We got a long way to go here. Maddie Derez with 3 threes in this fourth quarter. And let's see if my total is right. I could be a bucket off of Derez's total, but that would give her. So I have 13 points for Maddie Derez to go along with 15 points by Caroline Cardinale and another 11 points by Jackie Emanuel. That's what you call spreading the wealth. And Piper Baker's been involved too. She has a couple 3-pointers. But what a fourth quarter by Maddie Derez. Wow. I haven't seen anything like that. All right, here we go. We're back in play. 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. 46-42. Crimson Tide on top. Good D by Cardinale. I don't know. I'd have to see that one again. That looked like pretty good D. Cardinale, who makes plays like that, she is a big-time defender. But Rosa gets herself a trip to the line, shooting 2. Back rims the first attempt. Misses them both. Cardinale comes down with a big rebound. Bento drives to the lane, and Bento's, well, no, she's not in the bonus yet, but a nice job by Veronica. And a foul is called. That's the 5th team foul against Swampscott. You need 7 to get into the bonus, so 2 more fouls against Swampscott will have the Crimson Tide in a 1-and-1 shooting situation. Derez is going to try it from downtown. I thought she was going to get that one to go, but Derez is going to get herself a trip to the line, shooting 3. Maddie, who has attracted a lot of attention, and the defense was a little too tight, and she almost got that to fall. All right, so Derez misses the first, but again, if she could just even just make one here would be big. She gets 2 more attempts. Big time hoop by Derez. And a very good trip to the line for Maddie as she goes 2 out of 3. Tied back on top by 6, 48-42. Good D by Cardinale. Kickball is the call. Both Cardinale and Bento read the backdoor cut. They were all over that. Resets the shot clock for Swampscott. 2:08 remain in the 4th quarter. Nice job by Maya Kernan, coming up with the steal on the give and go play. And Kernan will go to the line shooting 1-1. So a big time defensive play by the young sophomore. And let's see if Maya can find it at the line. Big free throw by Kernan. I tell you what, Kernan going to the line, 2 for 2 right there. That's a big time trip. Tied up by 8, 50-42. 2 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Backdoor cut to Rosa. Good D by Kernan. Nice job by Derez trailing. Nice job by Jackie over to Carol Ann. Over to Derez, back over to Emmanuel. And that's a big foul right there, because right now Caitlin Watts is going to go to the line, and that is a double bonus situation. So 2 free throws will be taken by Caitlin Watts. So that's tough right there. So if you don't come up with the offensive rebound, you just got to play it safe and get back defensively right now. Pretty big trip to the line for Watts. She knocks them both down. 50-44. Crimson tied up by 6. 1:25 left in the 4th quarter. Big time hoop by Derez. Who else? On a nice feed by Kernan. Shot is no good, and Emmanuel with another rebound. Jackie, big day on the glass. And we're going to have an intentional foul, and Jackie Emmanuel will go to the line shooting 1-1. Big free throw by Emmanuel. No good on the second. Tied up by 9, 53-44, and timeout has been called by Swampscott with 59.1 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Just gonna do a quick little tally on my stat sheet here. I mean, you talk about just bringing the absolute flames to the party, but Madison Derez just taking over the second half, really the 4th quarter. And she is now leading the way with 17 points. Wow. I mean, I guess 4 3-pointers will do that, and that's exactly what happened. Well, 3 in this quarter. That's one way to get it going. Carol Ann Cardinale also with some big numbers. She has 15 points. And I have Jackie Emmanuel with 12 points. All right, so we're ready to go after this timeout. Nice defense by Kernan. Out of bounds, Crimson Tide ball. And Maya Kernan has been fouled. She'll go to the line shooting 1-1. Oh, what a putback by Bento off of the missed free throw. Bento with the ridiculous putback. Nice job by Veronica. And going to the line is Nicole Rosa. And she's had a busy night from the line. And the free throw's good. Cardinale will go to the line, and now that is double bonus time. So following out of the game is number 4, Grace DeGrande. Replacing her is number 10, Mackenzie Kearney. Just trying to run out these last, see what happens here. Swampscott still in the following mode. I guess they, it ain't over till it's over. So Tide going to the line up 10. Nice job by Carol Ann. Oh, don't. Okay, good. There we go. All right. The Crimson Tide with an absolute big one. What a win for the Crimson Tide. And they led from wire to wire in this one. And what a good one it was to watch them put away a good one in big-time fashion. It was awesome. What a game. What a game by Maddie Derez. What a game from the Crimson Tide girls. Carol Ann Cardinale, Jackie Emanuel, Piper Baker. The whole list. I mean, what a game overall. What a great game. Veronica Bento. You go up and down the roster. Santi Burton, Maya Kernan. Some big-time minutes there by the Crimson Tide, and that was a win that will be talked about on campus for a few days. Man, wow, what a big one. Coach Turner's going to enjoy that one. And that's going to do it here at Everett High School with the final score, Everett 59, Swampscott 47. Thanks for joining us for basketball night on EHS TV 15. We'd like to give a special thanks to our interim superintendent of schools, Mrs. Janice Gauthier, assistant superintendents, Mr. Charles Obremski and Mr. Kevin Shaw, high school principal, Mr. Eric Nauman, vice principal, Mr. Christopher Barrett, athletic director, Ms. Tammy Turner, and all the faculty and staff here at Everett High School. I'd also like to recognize our television studio, engineer, camera operator, Dan Natio, utility, Bill Munier, cameramen, Joe Camley and Alex O'Donnell. I'm the voice of the Tide, Josh Delgazo. From all of us here at EHS TV 15, have a good night.